All right, let's cover a little bit of the crisis on that CNBC is covering.
Time now for the executive edge. Now eggs are getting more expensive once again. Prices rose for a third straight month in July, soaring 19% year over year. The increase this time is linked to an outbreak of avian flu earlier this year. In July, the average price of a dozen large grade A eggs topped $3 for the first time in more than a year. That is still more than 20% below the recent high back in January of 2023, which followed a previous spike in avian flu cases.
I had to do some more digging on this because I didn't. Okay, so we know they crashed last year after the. Okay.
After the run-up.
St. Louis Fred, thank you for being a public service, tracks the price of eggs.
Sure.
It is $3.
Okay, before she goes into it, let's go ahead and try to break down the facts on our own. So the egg prices are said to have risen because of the avian flu. There was one that happened way back in 2022. But here's the thing: egg prices went up by 138%, up to about $4.25 per dozen. Back then, $4.25 per dozen, and like that. This is accompanying the average 12% increase in grocery prices. And this is an article from early last year, so the prices have probably risen even further since then. But check this out: Cal-Maine, the largest producers of eggs, reported no reports of bird flu at the time, and then a little bit later, I believe, less than 3% of their birds were affected by bird flu, which hardly hit their margins at all. And yet they used inflation and the bird flu as an excuse to raise their prices to ridiculous numbers. So no, this isn't just a result of the bird flu and inflation. This is companies obviously trying to price gouge.
Right now. The peak was when it went to, call this 4 or 5. Pre-pandemic, we were about $1.62.
Right. And we've seen this in the past, and there was I forget the biggest egg producer.
Cal-Maine.
Cal-Maine.
Remember when that quadrupled because of the Atkins diet?
That's right.
Oh,
That was
did
a
it
big part of
really?
the demand side, yeah, for sure.
From the Atkins diet. And if you were on a desert island, if you could just have one food, it might be eggs. So
of course, eggs are one of the most highly sought after foods. That being said, it still doesn't explain even the Atkins diet and all. It does not explain why they rose their prices so much. I mean, it's absolutely